You know what time it is. It's time for Hot Topics Talk Radio TV. Hosted by Tony Breedlove and Yvonne Baker. What up?
Here we are again, Breedlove.
We have Yvonne Baker in the house.
She is.
Yvonne Baker in the house.
Tony Breedlove in the house.
Whatever.
She always in the house.
What's going on, everybody? Good people.
Good evening, everyone.
So, before we get started, the good thing is that we have come off of a fantastic day yesterday with the 3 times guilty verdicts
Yes.
of Derek Chauvin.
Yes.
And long time coming. We needed that win so that we can continue to make sure that justice is continued served.
Hopefully it'll carry on. Because we still have another trial coming up.
Right. I don't think I like that light. It's showing my zits. But then that's dark.
That's dark.
All right. So we're doing some lighting adjustments.
Turn it around a little bit.
Yeah. Because it's like, I don't like the lighting. Better? Mm-hmm. Well, then you're in the shadow. Okay, so I'm sorry, y'all. We're doing adjustments while we're on the show.
Me really in the light.
Yeah, yeah, great win yesterday. Big ups and shout outs to the prosecution team who had made sure that this would happen. So it is a win. Not saying that we can get comfortable. We still have the latest shooting of the young woman we were watching on CNN. And I can't remember her name. It hasn't hit me yet that I can remember it. So don't give me no grief. Yeah. But the young woman who was shot and killed in Ohio, I believe.
She was in Ohio. Then they have the one in Pamela Turner in Baytown, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The officer that killed her, it's been 2 years ago. 2 years.
Sad. So our work is not done, y'all. So we got to continue to fight.
Fight.
Continue to raise awareness of police violence and murders and killings and just overall injustice. So the fight is not over. Let's see who's joining us. Miss Jacqueline.
Hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline's always here.
I know. Our number one.
Our number one.
What's going on, Hooter?
Charlene. She's always there.
Hey. And look who's in town. Mr. Nick.
Hi,
What's
Nick.
going on? Good to see you. Oh, my gosh. Robert Grant. I haven't seen that name in forever. Running away from commitment, you're asking. Yes. You want to join in on this conversation, Mr. Grant? Oh, it's good to see you. Charlene already. You two are twins tonight. We are twins.
Yes, we are. Yes.
I match your nails.
Actually, yeah.
See, I match your nails. So
I can't show you my right hand because I broke a nail.
So you're going to have to keep your hand up so I can look like I'm matching.
Oh, okay. Here.
I don't want to show mine. I haven't had mine done. Oh, what's going on? Wait. What's up, Miss Teresa?
Hey, Teresa. I'll be back on the 27th, I think.
All right. I hate to see her go. You guys can have her back for a minute. That's it. For a minute. Yes, Mr. Grant, the lady was in Ohio. She was trying to kill another black woman. Yeah, with a knife. Sad. Very sad.
There's Sadie.
There's Sadie.
Well, you changed your profile picture.
Oh, good to see you, Sad. C. Okay.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué?
See? Nick says, hey, aunties. Hey, baby. Miss Teresa says she misses you guys.
Oh,
Or misses you.
I miss you guys too.
Whatever. She's coming back. All right. So let's get into tonight's show. Okay. You know, we kind of did this before.
We did.
About 3 years ago, was it? Or two?
It was a while ago.
Okay, about 2-3 years ago. But we are revisiting this topic. And we kind of changed the title a little bit because we had originally done it where we were asking the question, why are men afraid of commitment? Mm-hmm. So now, you know, and I looked at the numbers again for divorce rate and people who are still not, you know, they're not getting married. So it's still high, especially for the African American communities around the country. So, you know, we want to kind of revisit it and talk about commitment. You want to go?
Commitment. You know what? I was, after I had sent this topic over to you, I started thinking about it. And, you know, I think my issue is.
We weren't asking.
Yeah, well, okay, it says, are you running away from it?
Are
We're
you?
not saying men. We're not specifying whether it's men or women.
All right, I get it.
And, you know, there are women that are afraid of
commitment.
Hey, Mary. There
What's
are
up, Chris?
women
good to see you.
that run away from commitment also. Did you know that?
Why are you pointing at me?
Because I think the shoe fits on both our feet.
Well, no, that shoe is a little too big for me. But you know what? Okay, how do you run away from commitment?
Because once I see that things are starting to get a little bit too serious, I start backing up. I do something. I start picking things apart. My interest starts to just start waning away, and it's like, okay, it's time to go. Exit left.
Yeah, because I think it can be said that I don't know if it was you or if it was Shell, my best friend that passed. I don't know if it was you or Shell that had said something to me years ago that I sabotage my own relationships. Was it you?
I don't know, but it's.
Do you remember
we had between me, Tony, and Shell, we had some interesting conversations.
We did. We really did.
But one of them was it is, and I think I can't speak on Shell, but I know I do. I do.
Okay.
I start picking them apart. Is okay. So like my last two encounters.
We're calling them encounters now.
Encounters.
Okay.
I can't call them relationships because they weren't.
All right.
So the last one, actually, I was kind of into him.
Oh
I was a little bit into him, but then I just found a reason not to call him back and see what happened. It was like maybe I was just getting.
But you know what? Your thing is, and I'm going to get to everybody's comments in a minute, because we're going to break this down between me and Yvonne, and then I'm going to start asking y'all some questions. But see, the thing is, Yvonne, you have decreased in your level of patience. You don't have, just like you being shy. Anyway, whatever. So you have decreased your level of patience over the years. And I know that. I think all of us do. But yours is like, you don't have any patience. You really don't.
I don't have patience for bullshit. I'm sorry. But I just don't. If you can't come straight, then don't come at all. And it's we're too old to be playing games, and that's what I feel like a lot of men my age, close to it.
But that's sad. Because we're talking about men who are over 50.
Yes.
You know, particularly closer to 60 than they are 50.
Yes.
That seem to be playing more games now when it comes to relationships. And I think that's where a lot of women, where we lose our patience so easily, because now we're in that age where we really don't want to put up with a lot of bullshit, you know, so, you know, just no patience,
no patience.
You know, and why would you have patience for bullshit?
Just like he should not have to put up with bullshit from me, I shouldn't have to put up with bullshit from him.
Right.
You know, I'm going to be honest and tell you, you know, how I feel. And I expect him to do the same thing. If he's not interested in me, let's say, I'm not interested. You know, we can be friends.
Right.
But don't start, you know, playing these little games. Okay, well, I can't see you today because I got to go. And then he's going over there seeing some other woman. That's just for the birds.
Yes. So let's get to what Mr. Robert Grant was saying just a minute ago. He says, men, particularly black men, won't commit unless the woman is peaceful.
You know.
Okay, so.
So, Mr. Grant, what do you call peaceful?
That's what I was going to ask. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. He says, and never divas.
Huh?
So what do you mean? Okay, so some people have different ideas of what a diva is, right? Some figure that a diva is a woman who is just, you know, could be hard to please, one who might throw a tantrum if they don't get their way. Everything has to be in particular the way she wants it, right? Some people say a diva is that. Then there's the other diva who is particular about, you know, the way she dresses, the way she wears her makeup, her hair, her look, you know,
that
just
her appearance.
Exactly, her overall appearance. But then that particular woman who cares about her appearance is then sadly mistaken as being the other diva because she cares about what she says or what she looks like, you know.
And
so,
Mr. Robert, I don't think you want to go take a woman out if she's walking around with her hair nappy, ain't brushed her teeth, walking around in her pajamas.
Right.
I mean, I mean, I'm the number 2 type diva. I'm not going to go out looking any old kind of way. Now, if I'm going to the store, yeah, I'm going to.
I put my eyelashes on. I do. I put my eyelashes on.
I have glasses. I can camouflage.
I have to make sure my eyebrows are done, and
Tony,
you know.
Tony, wait a minute.
What?
I done seen you.
Oh, I've started. Yeah, but you know what? Lately, because I seem to be running into more and more people that I know. More and more. Mm-hmm. So no, I can't. I can't.
Well, see, too many people don't know me where I live. Well, actually, yeah, but I was made up that day. I ran into a couple of church people, and they were. I was surprised. I didn't think they visited that store.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. So Charlene says, "You know what, ladies? I used to want a commitment, but right now, I'm not sure anymore." So what makes you unsure, Charlene, Miss Hooter? What makes you unsure about a commitment now? I had onions, and I wish I had a mint.
Yeah, are you smelling your own breath?
So, commitment, Miss Yvonne.
What?
Do you know about having commitment now? I mean, is it different than... You know, do you want it more now or you don't?
You know what? I'm kind of like Charlotte. It's like right now, I'm not even sure because I don't feel like going through all of the bullshit that's being handed out there. I mean, if I find someone that we can relate, that can accept me for who I am, I accept him for who he is. As long as he got decent teeth.
And so his grill has to be straight.
I haven't finished about teeth.
Okay, so his grill has to be straight.
Yeah, even if he's wearing false teeth, it's at least it's straight. But
well, he got one missing.
Yeah, there's one here, one there, and one sticking up there. Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, hysterectomy time.
Yes.
So he said it's not so much as the commitment. I think some are afraid of love. It hurts. Yeah, well,
I mean, yeah, it does hurt, but you get over it.
Yeah, but you know what? I can understand that. I do. I can understand because you know what? After you've been in relationships, you know, for so long, and then you keep getting hurt, and it's basically almost the same way, just a different person. The hurt is still there. And then people do get afraid of making the commitment because they don't want the commitment because they're afraid to fall in love because they've got a history of being hurt, you know, and sometimes that cycle can't be broken depending on what it is.
You know, my last long-term relationship, when we broke up, it hurt. It hurt like hell. But then, you know, after a while, you know, it hurt less and less as time goes on. So, but then, you know, you can't judge the next person by the last person.
No, you can't. I mean, we say that, but in a lot of ways, you know, if someone has some of the same habits, or maybe they laugh alike the person that you were seeing before, or maybe they cut their meat the way the person that you were seeing before reminds you of that person, is going to bring back some bad memories, and you can't help but carry those things into another relationship. That's some people, but a lot of people don't know how to get rid of whatever it is. When you leave that relationship and you leave it in the dust, you have to leave all of that other mess in the dust as well.
You do.
You know, so a lot of people don't get that.
You know, the one thing that I look for, other than, you know, the teeth part, is, you know, what kind of sense of humor he has. And, you know, if we can talk and we can laugh and bullshit with each other and not have, you know, attitudes and get offended by something I might say to him or he might say to me, then it's okay. The only thing that I don't like for a man to do is call me a bitch. I'm not going to call him out of his name. And, you know, that's a lot of rap music, you know.
Yeah, because I've never had that. And I don't think I would.
Either, but
I wouldn't fare kindly with that. No.
But, you know, as long as we can laugh and play and you know, kid around, and, you know, it's good. I'm not looking for somebody like the last person I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that can hold their own.
Because the last person didn't work out because he didn't hold his own according to what you were looking for in that person. So, Mr. Grant, you're hard to please?
You're hard to please?
Is that what you're saying? I want to know. Or have
you know, these little words things you're saying, it's not referring to anybody.
So let's see what he says down here. The elegance, that's not a diva. Well, Mr. Grant, so that's where the diva part of it comes from, is how they carry themselves, the elegance that they, you know,
portray.
Yeah. You know, if they exude that, then most people would mistake them for being that B. Okay? And that's what most divas are considered, right? So, Mr. Grant, you're full of comments. I want a woman that's peaceful over a 2-week vacation in Europe. If she's raising hell 4 days into it, she's not peaceful. Well, what did you do to make her raise hell?
Yeah, you had to do something to bring it up.
Sometimes it's a two-way street, Mr. Grant. So I want to know. I want to know everything because I'm nosy that way. The BS going on. Yes, Miss Charlene. Have a passport. Peace. Oh my God. Well, I keep my passport because you never know when you got to get up out of this piece.
You know what? I gotta go get my passport renewed.
I got mine done.
Where'd you get it done at?
I sent it off. I had to send it off to the to the State Department. Miss Jacqueline says, "Oh, Miss Jacqueline, you don't make me read." It is the right one or no one. The one that God has made or has for me is for me. Anything you don't like about me and vice versa, then I am not yours and you are not mine. It's all good. Not going to rush nothing. This is not a race, period. I hear you, girl. I hear you.
But Miss Jackie, let me tell you something. You sit there and wait for that one man for you to show up.
Well,
you know what? He might show up, then he might not.
But everybody's different. They've got a different way of, waiting on. I'm one of those that look. I'll go out there and search for mine and hope the Lord will bless me with the one I'm looking for. That is the right one.
You know what, my cousin? I had a cousin. His dad always told him. He says, "Man, when you gonna get out and find your job?" He said, "Dad, I'm waiting for God to send me this job."
No.
He said, "Well, God ain't gonna send an employer to your door and knock on the door and tell you, I got a job for you. You got to get out there and find it."
Oh my God!
So I'm not gonna sit at home and wait for God to send me.
Well, it's the thing of like you just said, sitting at home and waiting on Him. He's not gonna come to your door unless
it's a mailman.
And like my Amazon guy, but now he don't even come to the door. He just throw it over the fence.
He got the one.
Oh my God. That's not a diva. That's a trap for women. What are you talking about, Mr. Grant?
You know what, Mr. Grant? You are just so freaking negative.
And he said nothing. I did nothing. Well, how do you know? What now? If you've done nothing, then why don't you tell her to get on this show, and then we will ask her and see what she says.
If he's even still with her.
Well, he doesn't have to be with her. He can call her, send her an email.
They were in Europe for 2 weeks, and she started raising hell 4 of those days. So he probably kicked her to the curb once they got back.
Okay, so I want to talk to her.
She probably won't even answer.
I do. I want to talk to her. Oh, Mr. Grant, we're at the age where peaceful travel is a priority.
And you're right.
We were talking about peace. We were talking about being at an age and certain things you just won't put up with. We were just talking about that earlier. Just talking about it.
You know what? When you travel, that is supposed to be a pleasure trip.
I know.
Now, if you guys are having an argument on that vacation time, then somebody then did something to start it.
Right?
It takes 2 to argue.
Look what I forgot to put up.
What?
that overlay. Never mind. Anyway, let me go back to the comments. So Cedric says, commitment means to work together as a team.
Exactly.
Is it perfect? No. What relationship is? Just being able to put up with each other's mess. It depends on the degree of the mess. I have to agree.
I have to 100% setting.
Check.
Double check.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Oh boy, here comes Mr. Grant.
Uh-oh.
She wants to go on the next trip. She and I are great friends, so she'd likely cop out to bring a diva.
I think he has something against divas. I really do.
Do you have something against divas, Mr. Grant? I want to know. I can say it. I'm nosy. Tell me.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes. So Miss Teresa says, probably was checking out Europe.
So in other words, she don't curse. So in other words, he was probably checking out those European asses.
Arses.
Yeah. I got you, T.
Okay, so he said yes. What did I ask? See, okay, Mr. Graham. when you reply in a one word, if it's a one word reply, chances are my age at 60, I can't remember what the hell I asked.
I know what it was. You asked him. We asked him if he has something against divas.
Oh.
It just popped right in my head.
And we look, and no alcohol tonight.
None.
You know? Oh my God. So what do you have against divas, Mr. Grant? What is it about divas? Oh my God, no diva for me. I consider myself somewhat of a diva.
I consider myself somewhat of one.
And I don't think I'm hard to get along with. I'm actually very peaceful. So go figure. Stop laughing at us, Ed. Shit. We couldn't remember. Well, I couldn't remember. You see,
I remember for her.
Yeah. So we work as a team on thought.
It takes two to remember things.
Right. What's up, Devon?
Hey, Devon.
How are you? I'm looking forward to your show tomorrow night. 50-50. All right. Jacqueline says, understand there is a preparation involved. I don't mean to just sit and do nothing. We are to prepare our future for, we are to prepare for our future mate. That's what I'm doing.
I have been preparing for the last how many years?
God just hasn't sent him.
Yeah, he hasn't sent him.
He hasn't sent him.
Well, he sent his replacements.
He sent the test runs. He said, here, I'm going to give you this test. Now you try and figure this one out and see if you're ready to go to the next test.
You know they say God got to listen to me.
He sure does. I laugh every day. You sure are hilarious. Divas are generally the first description.
Oh, what?
Mr. Grant.
Come on, Robert. Grant.
Okay, let's go over this again. So let me take you to this conversation that I was having with Yvonne just a bit ago before we came on air. We were both sitting in there and we were like, dang, we got to do this show. Dang. Because we've been doing it, for 11 years now? We've been doing this show for 11 years. And hell, it gets to be tiring. But once we're on, we're great. We're good. We're good. But we were like contemplating. I was like, damn, Yvonne, I don't know if I could do it tonight. And I kept looking at the clock. And then it got to be like 10 minutes still. And we never do that. Or we never did that because we took time to prepare before we come on. But, oh, dear Lord. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with it.
You know what? This should be the show for aging. This is what happens when you get past a certain age. But we're still divas, okay?
Yes, we are. And like I said, we've been doing it a while. And you even said it's starting to show. But we're divas, period. And I don't make any excuses for it, do you?
No, none.
Okay, so there you go, Mr. Grant.
I am a proud diva.
Amen. Hey, Ray, what's going on?
Hey, Ray.
What's going on?
Yes, what, Ray?
I know. See, okay. Ray, you know, I just went through this with Mr. Grant. If you give a reply and you reply to either the negative or the positive, which you replied to the positive, please follow it up with a summation of what that yes is for. Because I can't remember what we were talking about 2 minutes ago.
1 minute ago.
Because I can't remember the answers. I can't remember what I asked. Yeah.
And then Okay, so we got Mr. Grant's question right, but then Ray
Then
gonna
Ray come back
with
and say yes. But you know what? Ray does shit like that because he's just trying to prove a point that he can piss us off. That's what Ray does.
Well, he's not pissing me off.
And he's just confusing the hell out of me because then I got to start reading shit all over the place trying to figure out what the hell I asked. So anyway, thank you, Zeddy. He said, I love divas.
Oh,
all divas
so
are not
sweet.
bad.
Thank
they
you.
just know what they want. A bad diva is one not willing to compromise. That part.
Sadie, you are on point tonight.
That part.
Gosh.
That part. Oh my gosh. So, Mr. Chris Wilson.
Hey, Chris.
It's good to see you. So he says, staying in a relationship is how much you're willing to compromise, but not putting up with the BS. Amen.
There you go.
Amen. Mr. Grant.
Okay. Ooh, we got some words.
Okay. Simply stated, we're in our middle passage years, 45 to 65. Mine is closer to the second number. And have different priorities. I'm only going to commit to a thoughtful, loving, peaceful woman. No more divas. But okay, so again, I guess it's the perception of what a diva could be. And you shouldn't want to put up with anybody that is not providing you those things that you're looking for. If you're looking for someone who is thoughtful, if you're looking for someone who is loving and is peaceful and not giving you a whole lot of drama, that is the woman for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that she was or is not a diva. It's just that she has a caring heart. She knows what she needs to do to be able to provide you with the things that you need in your relationship. Okay, if that makes sense. Does it?
It makes sense to me.
Okay, so don't say yes or no.
But see, and I'm in my perception, I am a thoughtful, loving, peaceful woman until you piss me off. But then an argument goes both ways. You have it's how does that saying go? It's okay to disagree.
Oh, yeah. It's okay to disagree. I mean, well, yeah, you just said that.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Okay,
right.
Yeah. So, you can't have everything your way. Neither one of us can have everything our own way. And that's not a relationship.
No, it's not.
That is, if you want something your way, then I consider you to be a controlling man. So you would have to compromise.
That's a compromise.
Controlling men.
Yeah. So Robert, you need to come on and be our guest for that show.
There would have to be some kind of compromise within that relationship to have a thoughtful, loving, peaceful relationship. Not just a woman, a relationship. And still be a diva.
What she said.
I'm on it tonight.
You would say it, man. So, Teresa, Beyonce said that a diva is the female version of a hustler.
Ooh. A woman will do what it takes to provide for her home.
Well,
and that's a hustler.
Right, but is that a diva?
It could be.
But see, everybody has a different perception of what a diva is.
You know what? That's just like, and I'm not getting into religion and Bible and all this, but that's just like the Bible. Everybody can read the same passage in a Bible,
right? But
we're all going to take it a different way.
Yep, you're right. Mr. Grant, he calls SETI a teacher's pet. Mr. Grant, stop calling names or else I'm going to make you go to the principal's office.
Yes.
Hallelujah. No more players. No more divas. All right, then. If that's what makes you happy. Hey, cousin Denise.
Hey, Denise.
Oh, my gosh. Welcome to the show, my love. Mr. Grant, tell me when I'll make the time. Okay,
here we go again. When he said you were going to send him to the principal's office. Look,
See, look.
let me tell you something. My brain is working overtime tonight.
Right,
You.
right, right. Because I'm telling you, because anytime I read a comment, I have to look over at Yvonne. It's like it's gone. It's so gone. Oh my God. Let's say again with the to the principal's office. Yes, you are going, and you're going to serve detention, young man.
By yourself.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Is he going to be by himself?
He's not going to be with a diva. We know that.
Oh, well, this is true.
Oh my gosh. So, I mean, you guys are a crack up. Okay, teacher's pet. Let's see what you got to say. Sometimes a diva likes the finger.
I swear, y'all, she has not been drinking tonight. I've been with her ever since she got off work.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
Somebody still likes finger.
I cannot. So sometimes diva likes the finer things in life. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. And yes, there are different levels of diva. LOL at the teacher's pet. Oh my God. It's hot in here. Oh my God, all these damn lights. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. So I should give up.
No.
I should just give up. It's easier that way. Oh dear Lord. So I'm sorry for misreading your comment, teacher's pet. I'm so sorry. They do like fingers, but the finer things in life. Oh my God. So let's get back to commitment. Remember that? That was our topic.
Was it?
It really was. See? It's down at the bottom. So commitment. At this point in your life, Miss Yvonne Baker, what is it going to take for you to make a commitment? What does it take? This is only iced tea.
Let me get my mind back on track. What will it take for me to make a commitment?
Mm-hmm. If a man walked, oh my God. I can't stand you, Chris Wilson. I cannot with you people tonight. I cannot. I can't. I make one.
Her mind was.
It shows where all of their minds are. I made one error. One error. That's it.
That's all it takes for these people.
I know, right?
Just one. Whatever you gotta say.
I'll let you read it.
Though a man can commit to a woman that can cook, he should never commit to a woman that won't cook. Huh? Where do we go from a diva to a cook? Mr. Grant, you are all over the place.
Exactly.
Are you looking for a maid or what?
Right. Right.
Molly Mays. 1-800 Molly Maid.
Oh, jeez. No, Miss Teresa, it's iced tea. Serious. Just regular iced tea.
Sweet iced tea.
I need to go into, I was going to say comedic, into comedy. Oh, but I love you.
Oh, Chris.
Who's in, for who? You?
You.
Oh, what did I do?
You don't know?
Did I send? No, I didn't send him to the principal's office. I sent Mr. Grant to the principal's office. I don't know.
Chris Wilson?
Yeah. Yeah, and I love him too. So what? I love you all. Because somebody will take that and say, "Ooh,
yes,
Tony's seeing Mr. Wilson."
Wilson.
Oh, did you know? You know how things get around? Oh, Robert says, hang on, let me go back to your, there it is. Oops, cannot cook. Let me go back to your thing. Though a man can commit to a woman that can cook, he should never commit to a woman that can't cook. Gotcha. See, now that was easy to follow.
You still need to call 1-800-MOLLY-MAIDS.
Molly Maids. Yeah. Molly Maids. HTTR Comedy Club. Yep. Oh my God. Just like Def Jam. You cannot stand me. That's not true. Is it?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I have onions on my chest. A woman that cannot cook versus one that won't cook. Typos. I got it, Mr. Grant.
1-800-MOLLY-MAIDS.
Oh my God. Robert and Chris on the same show. We need to do that. But you know what? You guys can't chicken out. Said he chickened out on me.
What happened?
Remember he was supposed to come on one of the shows and he didn't come.
Sonny?
That was one that you couldn't make, and he was going to sit in with me. Remember? Remember? No, you don't remember. I tell you, dealing with the old. And he called me a teacher's pet. LOL. He needs a chef.
Damn, Sonny, you are on fire tonight.
Oh my God. I cook much better than Molly Maids. All right. Then what you need a woman for?
Yeah, you can handle yourself.
Right, right. We are so off topic.
It's Grant's fault. He did it. He started this.
Mr. Grant, you're in detention. Starting right now. You took us off topic. Right now. Okay, so back to commitment. For the fourth time.
You asked me a question. I don't recall what the question was. And it's too bad you don't have notes.
I don't have a who?
Notes.
You told me I shouldn't keep notes. Remember that a couple of years ago?
I told you that?
Yes. Because you said to me when I was looking up all stats and stuff like that.
I said stats. I didn't say anything about notes. All the statistical stuff that you were. Okay. Well, there are 24% of the Black people that in the United States that are divas, and 42% that are not
Per capita.
per capita.
That's my word.
I don't need no notes for that.
Oh my God. Shall we try this topic again next year? We might have to, Jacqueline.
We might.
It's not going
Part
very
two.
well. There it is. What do I did? What? Did you mean? What do I
need to do?
What do I need a committed woman for?
I don't know.
That still don't make sense for you, Mr. Grant.
You got to figure that out for yourself, dude.
Mr. Grant, how would you like to get on camera with us now?
You ain't gonna be on there.
You can get on camera with us and steady, stop laughing at us. Stop laughing at us. We're trying to be serious.
Serious.
And look, it's on. We've only got 10 minutes about.
That's all.
That's it. We haven't gotten to this topic the way we should.
Okay, let's get back to the topic.
All right, guys. You're in detention right now.
Everybody in detention.
Here he go. Commitment. When I'm out of detention, send a link. I'm gonna send you the link. Okay, Mr. Grant? Actually, I'm gonna post it. So you gonna make me put it in an email? That's too much work. Hang on. So I am inviting Mr. Grant because all we have is a couple of minutes. And I am going to post this to Mr. Grant. So nobody else get online. Hang on, Mr. Grant. Because I only got a couple of minutes. All right, Mr. Grant, there's the link. I'll go to the computer. Now we got to wait for you to go to the computer?
Oh.
Mr. Grant.
He said on your face.
Let me see. Mr. Grant, hang
By the
on, you
time we go
guys.
through all this, it's gonna show's gonna
Right?
be over.
Right. Robert Grant. I tell you, Mr. Grant, you got me just going. Where is he? There he is. Mr. Grant, I'm sending it to you. There you are.
Per messenger.
All right. So while we're waiting patiently for Mr. Grant,
It'll be this time next year. Please.
I'm coming. Well, dang, I didn't know I had that kind of effect. I like that. I like that.
You did not have to go
It's
there.
like, give me my cigarette now. I had to, y'all. I had to.
He left himself open to that.
Oh, you can say he doesn't want to commit. You're right. Who's a pervert? Are you calling me a pervert? I'm not a pervert. I can't help it. You guys send me there. Let's see. No, we're not, Bonnie. We have not been drinking at all.
Swear
This
to
is
God.
iced tea.
Iced tea. Period.
Serious. It's the Arizona sweet tea. There's Mr. Grant. All right, y'all. This should be fun.
Curious.
Yeah, don't get me started now. Well, let me turn that phone off. Yeah, don't get me started now.
Get
What's
started,
going
Mr. Green.
on,
Get
brother?
started.
What's
Hey,
going
well,
on?
first of all, I want to say thank you, ladies, for inviting me on, and I want to tell Teacher's Pet you should have come on too. So,
Ooh.
all right, so check this out. First of all a man wants is peace. We're just trying to keep from having, the craziness go on in this middle passage. And regarding a diva, there are only two definitions for diva. Either you're an impresario and you sing like an absolute gem, or two, you're a rude, contentious, upstart, annoying, obnoxious woman. Now, I understand we want to give more definitions to it, but come on, man. All right, I'm done. Go ahead.
You came on to say those two things. Get
No.
on camera. Those two.
No, I'm here for the duration. You stay on it. I'll stay on as long as you stay on.
Look, don't be threatening me.
No, I'm threatening you.
Don't threaten me.
I'm here in the principal's office because of you.
Look, sit down, Mr. Grant.
Yeah, but look, can I ask you ladies an honest question though? An honest question. Now you're talking about commitment tonight. What's in it for us men to commit at this point? Like you said, it's Molly Maids if I ask you to cook. It's, you want to be as cantankerous and contentious as you want if you're mad. Other than dating and having a nice time from time to time, I'll sit here in my house with my goofy dog and go out when I want to.
Okay, so first of all, if you are trying to find someone that you can have this great and special relationship with, right? And you want to eventually become in a committed relationship, that person has to have the want or the yearning to have the same.
Sure.
Someone who doesn't have that and you're looking for that in that person, of course she's going to be a diva because now she's not trying to give you what you're looking for. She's going to be as cantankerous as she possibly can, because she's not in it for it. She's not in it for the commitment.
Exactly. But remember, and you're right, because here's the deal: when you run into the diva, you know right off the bat, men know right off the bat, there's no mystery to us. And if we could keep going out with you, it's not because we want to keep you. It's because you are attractive, and yes, you may be fun, but at the end of the day, on my bad days, when I don't need a diva, I'm going to make sure you go back to your house, and I do it in my house.
And that's the way it's supposed to be.
No, the way it's supposed to be is that you find somebody, you find somebody, if you're talking about a commitment, you find somebody that in your hard days, you still want to be around them. That they're peaceful enough, they're enjoyable enough. There's somebody that understands, hey, look, he's having a bad day, but our relationship exists even in the bad days. A diva, your relationship don't exist in a bad day. Oh no, let her go.
I think you think you're running up against the wrong woman.
No, I think I've dated some outstanding good women. And the reality is that the next time I get into a committed relationship, I'll be involved with another very good woman. I've never dated the craziness stuff. And the one or two times that it came my way, it was a nice dinner and keep it pushing.
Okay, because I was going to ask you the question. The ones that your speakers are up?
I think mine is just on regular speaker.
Okay. So this is a question for you. The women that you have dated so far and you have let go, why did you let them go? Was it for their diva attitude? Was it because they did not provide you with that peace that you speak of?
Well, okay. Now, and if you don't mind, I'm going to put it in registers. Like, if it's somebody you're just meeting, then that diva stuff, they get eliminated right there. If you're talking about somebody that is a potential mate for me, why would it stop? Well, that's a different thing. Because you see, when you're talking about somebody that is just annoying right off the bat, well, you thank God it's just one good dinner. If it's
but I wouldn't think of you as being with the diva off the rip, right?
Never.
So you got to put up with a whole, and you're thinking that you're going to turn that diva into someone that you could potentially call a housewife. I wouldn't think that you or a lot of men would put up with that anyway. But there are some men who do.
There are some.
Right. But you see, here's the ironic part. You'd be surprised what 2 dates will do for a man. Because what'll happen is the first date, I think everybody's trying to do, mind their P's and Q's. But you want to see a woman go full diva? Take her out on a Friday night after she's had a long week. And I'm going to tell you right now, you see every bit of dragon that could come out of that diva. And you leave her go like, and you make sure she's well fed, pour a whole bunch of drinks into her, and take her home and leave her there. Never see her again. Boom.
Damn, that's the problem. I'm gonna start going out on Saturdays.
That's right. Yeah, if you want a good date, go on Saturday. If you want to date and see what a real personality is, Friday. That's the day.
But wouldn't Friday be the best time to find out how diva-ish she is?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you, I love Friday because here's the thing: on your first date, like I said, you want to impress, but on your second date, take her out on Thursday or Friday. In the middle of a work week or at the end of a work week, and you'll see exactly what her personality is. It's a beautiful day.
Wow.
It's a great system.
I'm going to go through some of these comments with you for a second. Okay. My sister, Bonnie, she called our interaction black on black crime.
Why always got to be a criminal? That ain't right.
And what is your question? Why are you perplexed, Teddy? We'll get to it though. Diva is all about they ass. Overrated.
Yep.
Okay, Bonnie.
I love Bonnie.
All right. So where are the women you say that were awesome? Why are you there with your dog?
Okay, well, check it out, dog. All right, now I'll give you the last example. The last example, like she and I, we got along great. Traveling, we were cool. She has an adult daughter that doesn't like her mother dating, and the daughter lives with her.
Oh,
now, as much as you'd like to say, okay, you know what, you don't have to deal with the daughter. That's not true if you're caring about the woman. And after a while of dating, we realized that this contentious poltergeist that floats around our house, it wore down our relationship.
Did you just call her daughter a poltergeist?
Her daughter is like, I won't call her a demon, but I'm gonna tell her it's like a ghost. But you see, here's the thing. The woman that I was dating, outstanding lady. She's professional, just a good lady. But this is her only child, and she may never get past the prospect of having that child in the house. And I respect that.
Yes.
But it wears you down. It wore her down. And like I said, we're still real good friends mostly because I'm more her counselor now that we can sit back and talk about it at night. When her daughter goes off and does poltergeist stuff, we talk about it, We'll still go out to dinner from time to time, but it's not for me.
So Seti wants to know, did you not know that from the beginning?
No, let me tell you, this young, and thank you, Seti, this child was off at college. She's off at college. We're having a good team. We're a good team and a good time. And we're even talking about what happens long term. So this child flunks out of college, comes back to the house, and begins her career as a poltergeist. What do?
Oh.
And look, she's an outstanding lady. You'll never hear me say an ill thing about my ex. She's just cool people, but she's got a tough time.
Wow.
So running away from commitment, most men are not, and this is just my opinion, most men aren't running away from commitment, but men are saying, hey, look, for me to commit at this point, I want to know what's in it for me too. They want to know that, it's peaceful. For example, I always throw in the idea of cooking just because it's more humorous than anything else. You guys already went to Molly Maid. I heard you. But check this out. If I cook better than everybody does, and I make enough money to take care of my house, and if we had two houses together to take care of that, nice cars, go on vacations, I go to church most weeks. So if I'm doing the right things, what exactly is a woman bringing into it? What do I get out of this? What's in it for me? I'd ask for that in business. What's in it for me?
Oh.
Well, relationship commitment is a two-way street.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. If I do, and forgive me because I'm kind of a traditional dude. I mean, I'm a loudmouth, a big loudmouth, but I'm a traditional dude.
No.
I know it's hard to believe. I know this is a shocker.
You can't make me believe that.
I know. But what happens if I choose to do what I'm supposed to do as a man? Right? What if I do what I'm supposed to do as a man? Is a woman going to do what she's supposed to do as a woman?
If it's the right woman, yes.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll wait. I got time.
So Chris is joining us, everybody. We miss you, baby.
Ladies, I am so sorry. I don't know why I was thinking we started tonight at 8 o'clock.
We haven't done a show at 8 o'clock in
Months.
right.
Well, I apologize for being so late.
So I have put everybody in detention in the chat area.
Why is that? Because they were saying something about
Mr. Grant started it.
I'm still in detention. That ain't right.
Mr. Grant, who you see right there, he started it with all of his mess.
And I'm not a mister. I'm just Grant. Just simply Grant.
I always say Mr. Anyway,
and that's your elegance coming out.
Yeah, the diva.
She's still a diva.
So he started this out. We were trying to stay on topic, right?
Okay.
And then he started talking about divas and who he wouldn't date and why and this, that, and the other. So I had everybody in detention after he started like this melee.
Wait a second. I don't think that's quite what it was, but okay.
That only tells me that Grant was speaking the truth and you didn't like it, so you put everybody in timeout so they couldn't talk and chime in.
And wait a minute, before you start agreeing with him, I will put you in detention.
See how it is, Chris? I know how it is, brother. I've been in jail too. I've been in talk show jail.
Look, I ain't been on that long. At least give me a second. Let me get at least 10 breaths in.
So we were trying to get back on topic about, running away from relationships or commitment.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Grant was saying, about the diva. He can't commit to someone who is a diva. She has to be, of peaceful kind.
Right.
Then we've got Seti in the chat area. He was putting in his
teacher's pet.
Tonight, Seti is the teacher's pet.
My brother. Seti, my brother.
Well, look, I'll tell you right now, just based off some of the stuff that I was already hearing and what you just explained to me, I agree with Grant. But I'll tell you why I agree with Grant. When he says that, as far as dealing with the divas and stuff, and see, a lot of this comes with as the women start getting older, you start understanding that there are certain things you're just not going to put up with. Same as men. See, y'all looking at each other, not even listening to the whole conversation. See how that work, Grant? This how
I see how that know. I'm staying here in jail while you do it.
Shit right there. Diva shit right there. But what I was explaining is that, we get to a point in our life where it's just certain things that we're not willing to put up with. And when you talk about a man running from commitment, a lot of the times it's not him worried about the actual commitment. It's the person that's sitting in front of him where he's looking at like, do I really want to put my all into this person? I see some red flags. I see some things that make me a little nervous. I don't know if I want to go all the way. And now at the end of the day, we don't get that right to string them along as we want.
That's
but at
right.
the same time, a lot of those fears and a lot of reasons why men won't commit is because there are signs there that are not giving them that comfort level to want to commit.
Yeah. And that's absolutely true. Because here's the thing, I think Chris said it better than anyone. We gotta do better when we're dating. We gotta do better. But you know what? It's about the idea at this point in life. Like I said, we're in the middle passage now. Some of us are in that place where, we got maybe more years in back of us than in front. You know what? It ain't time to make no mistake now. And I'm not bringing, this is the way I see it. This house, I'll give this house to a woman. Any woman that just wants to say, okay, this is my house, I'm gonna take care of it. But I ain't giving my house up to a bear.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness!
Exactly.
If you gonna come in here like you're hibernating and growling, oh.
Okay, Mr. Grant.
Yes, ma'am. Back to the corner. Okay, I'll go.
Hey, come on, Grant, you good?
No, they keep sending me to the corner, man.
Hey, and the funny thing is, she's done it so many times. All you gotta do is say your name. Your ass already getting up and going to the
All right, gotta go. I'm not gonna be happy, but I'm gonna go.
But what I was gonna say is that the same thing that you're saying, Mr. Grant, as far as from a male perspective, from a man's point of view, is the same thing that a woman is going through at this age when we get, to that mature level. Because it's only so much that because we would invite you into our homes as well. But we don't want to have someone come in and they're just not going to be respectful of your home. And they don't exactly, and they don't know how to treat you.
But I will say this, though, Tony. I will say this, and yes, you women will invite men to come and live in your house. But see, it's different from a man and a woman. See, one thing about a man that has his own that invites a woman in, he runs that shit. He's not allowing no woman to come in here, dictate how shit is going. He like, listen here, honey, I pay the bills in this shit. If you got a problem with it, you can go. A woman will let a man come in the house and he'll kick his feet up. He'll do whatever the hell he wants. And she'll just be like complaining or trust me, I know a lot of women. Some of y'all are women allow men to come into your house and all he doing is sleeping with you. Ain't giving you nothing else but dick. But yet he all in your house, eating all your food. And he ain't.
But those are the ones they choose. Chris, those are the ones they choose. They don't choose the brothers that actually, they don't choose, and I'm not saying you ladies in particular.
Exactly. It's not you ladies.
But there are ladies that will choose, as long as I show up and hit it the best that I can in my late 50s, she happy as a clam. She thinks she owns me. But you know what? If you don't expect more, then I'm not going to give more. And if I have to give more, then you got to, let me step back. Men and women are completely different. And we have to stop thinking that we have the same expectations. Men have got, really some real basic ones. We want to, We want to make love when we can. We want to eat. We want that 20 minutes of peace when we hit that front door. And we want to make sure that that person that we are with is cool. Now, you women have got a whole boatload of things that you need to happen from a man. That's cool. That's what it is. You guys, we see black and white. You see seafoam green. That's why we're different. But
it's colors we ain't never seen.
Yeah, I thought that was just the ocean. But you see seafoam green. So God bless you. But the bottom line is you got to stop thinking that men have the same expectation that you women do.
Well, and I'll piggyback on that. You also have to stop assuming most men know what or know things that they should respond to things a certain way at a certain age. I know a lot of men, and I'll give you an example today.
There you go.
I just talked to a guy today that's been dating this girl pretty much about a year. She has a child, he has a child, and they haven't introduced each other, kids to each other, but it's gotten to the point where that step is coming any day now. And I asked him, I said, so are you getting pressure from me? He's like, man, I think she's going to come around and start asking me questions. And I said, well, why are you acting like you don't know that that's coming? She has a child. She's not playing no games. When a woman has a child,
right,
you need to understand,
right,
you only have a small window to play this game. Like, oh yeah,
right,
we dating, we chilling. And then she's going to look at you like, so what's next? Because I have a child that I need to make sure that you're going to be suitable for that child. And the funny thing is he didn't know that. And the problem with women is sometimes you think guys are very mature. You think they know that stuff. But I'll tell you like this, if you don't ask certain questions, you'll never know the true maturity of a man.
Yep. Can I read one? Can I read one from the comment?
What you gonna read?
I'm gonna read Alan Struthers.
Oh, okay.
Alan Struthers said, he said, men aren't always. All right. He said, men aren't always necessarily afraid of commitment. Good men, and I want you to hold on to that. Good men are afraid of giving their all to someone who doesn't appreciate it.
That is the truth.
Oh, I think we need to write songs and poetry about Alan. I'm telling you, what he said is true.
Alan is a poet, and Alan is an author.
He is the
so
man.
Of course he's going to write to the best of his.
Don't try to minimize how strong his statement was. Don't try to minimize that. What he said was amazing.
But I'll tell you though, he probably wouldn't have said that when he was younger, as long with you wouldn't have thought that way when you were younger. See, the problem is as we start getting older and we've gone through certain things, we realize there's only so much we're going to give you, because there are things that you have to start appreciating. You have to work for certain things, like how women just think, oh yeah, man, she flower me, shower me, give me all these things. What have you done to deserve that?
What have you done? Exactly.
Because you're a woman with some nice titties and a big booty. That's
there you go.
Fly. It ain't cute no more. What's your brain look like? How do you talk? How do you carry yourself?
Hey, can I say one other thing? Hey, Sadie, it ain't funny that they keep sending me to the corner. So you quit laughing about
that, man. Oh my God.
No, but like I said, good women though, good strong women, they don't carry themselves based off their looks, and that's appreciated, because you have a lot of women in this world that think that the world should be given to them based off their looks. And like I said, I've been straight up with this my whole life. You only cute until we got you. After we get you, you got to bring more to the table to keep us. If you don't, that's only gonna last for so long. You're gonna dwindle out.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not either. I can't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's something that Yvonne said inside the chat.
Vonnie.
She said, Yvonne? Yeah, Vonnie, she said, hey, Vonnie, you said stimulate your mind first?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell does that mean? I mean, first of all, I'm gonna be happy to see you. And that should be one of those things. And when it comes to stimulating your mind, remember, you guys go into 1,000 different directions. So your stimulation could be different. One woman could just simply say, hey, let's go to church. Let's talk about God. She's stimulating. You may need to know about manis and petties, which I know nothing about. So when you say that, I'm going to suggest that a woman needs to be very specific on what you mean by stimulate your mind. If you like skiing, then let's talk about skiing. If you like the idea, if you're a foodie, let's talk about restaurants. Be honest. Don't just come up with these vagaries.
I took that as a vague statement, though.
It's a vagary.
Well, I looked
it's a vagary.
He was just basically saying
let me
you
clear up.
stimulate your mind.
Let me clear up sometimes what a woman means by stimulate their mind. You
Please.
normally will not hear that statement from women who are superficial.
Right.
You just won't.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
When you hear that kind of statement from a woman, and Vonnie, you can correct me if I'm wrong, what they're telling you is that they're more than what you see here in their face. They're more than tits and ass. What they mean is that there are things that they like to talk about. There are a lot of women today that are into politics, that are into local and government and
Sports.
international news and sports, and they like to make sure that they have someone that can hold a conversation.
Right.
That's what they mean, and I might be wrong, but this is what I'm taking it as a woman when I hear another woman say, well, he has to be able to stimulate my mind. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's one specific topic. It means that this is a woman that can have a conversation about anything. She can converse on so many levels, but in the interim of that woman can also sit back and listen and learn things.
Hey, Greg.
That's what.
Greg, I got something for you.
Oh,
Hey,
wait a second. Let me get ready.
She want a man to stimulate her, right? So I got something for you. You want a man to stimulate you, then make sure you pick that man. Don't get a man that ain't showed you none of that. Hey, that ain't showed you none of that. And you talking about, girl, he don't even talk about politics, and I like to. But hold on.
But how you know that man does not have that ability to do that until you're sitting at that table across from him, and next thing you know, when dinner's over, that's the last time you're gonna see him. Yeah,
and that's fine. But just don't spend months with the same guy, years with the same guy talking about. And he didn't even like to talk politics, and it's like you've seen that from the first month. What
exactly? It's amazing to me that ladies will pick somebody because they dream of a guy that looks like Idris, but picks a guy that talks about like Urkel. Come on, man. How do you not everybody's going to look like Idris, and not everybody's going to talk like Urkel.
I don't think Idris is all that fine.
I do.
I don't.
How about Dwayne The Rock? Would you take The Rock?
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, there you go. You pick somebody that looks like Rock, and their brain is like a rock.
And you know what? If he comes off like he's dumb, he can hit The Rock.
Right.
Okay.
That's one thing I won't. Okay. I cannot do, and I won't do. Is a ignorant man. I'm
not going to sit there at a table with somebody, and I have got to sit there thinking, okay, so what do I say next? What do I say next? While he's sitting over there looking up at the TV, he's not saying anything. That's the last time I'm going to do that.
Teacher, can I jump in there real quick too?
One moment, pupil.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to give you another Alan comment. Unfortunately, some women have been conditioned to believe that men only want them for sex. Mm-hmm. They fail to realize we can get that anywhere.
Anywhere.
They want to connect on an emotional level that brings them peace.
Boom.
100%.
We're writing songs and poetry about Alan. I'm telling you.
Alan can always jump.
No, but wait. So how do you feel about that, ladies? How do you feel? What do you feel about his?
I agree with him.
So hold on, because I want to get this on record because we might not ever get this out of you. So what you're saying?
I know I won't. I'm in detention. I know I won't.
Right now.
Hold on, wait.
What are you trying to prove right now?
So wait, I'm just trying to figure out. So you are agreeing that there are some men out there that don't just want sex; they actually want something on the deeper level. Are you admitting that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Grant, we made progress tonight, brother.
Yes, sir. We can close this show now.
Hey.
Like they told us something.
Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No, and but you know why I said that, because a lot of women are saying, men don't know how to think with their head. They only know how to think with their head down there. And it's such a disrespectful statement because you really are tearing down all the education within ourselves, the maturity level within ourselves. Like, you discredit us without actually truly trying to find understanding within us. And that's the part where I always have a problem with.
And can I ask a follow-up question to the ladies?
Yes.
Do you think that most women have interesting conversation?
That is a great question.
I can't speak for most women.
Okay, then can I just speak for myself as a man that's dated for a while?
Preach. Sure. I'm not even gonna say speak. I'm gonna say preach.
It's a rarity that women actually think about what their own interests are, and there's a huge number of women that have no idea what to talk about. They're boring. I mean, it's almost like a cattle prod. You got to set them on fire just to kind of think about what they're thinking about.
And you know what?
A lot of women. Go ahead.
You know what I say to that? I say boo. And the reason why I say that is because as women, and I think anybody, man or woman, they should be able to enlighten themselves with anything and everything that is around them. Learn as much as you can.
Absolutely.
I mean, you have to be able to have a conversation with people. And the people that you are dating, or if you just met, you know, the last thing that you want to do is sit there with a mum of silence, right?
Right.
But everything that, you know, you're facing or you're experiencing in everyday life, that person you're sitting across the table from is experiencing some of those same things.
Exactly.
And that's where you have to start.
I guess the reason why I ask it is this, because you see, it's presumed that all we want is, you know, some booty. But you know what? The bottom line is that, you know, we want something bigger. Our peace doesn't come from the time we're in the bedroom. Our peace comes from the time we're sitting there in front of Jerry Springer and laughing at the same idiot person. Our peace comes from that time that, you know what, I come to pick you up from work and you need that, you got that little extra moment where you got to sigh because of what just happened to you. That's where my peace comes from. And the sad part is that I think that women do two things. One, they don't realize that I'm more than just the intimacy you're going to get physically. But two, you got to be interesting too for me to want to commit to you. I'm not going to commit to somebody that's boring. Oh God. Just leave the boobs out. Just don't speak. Leave your boobs out. I don't even want to know what you're thinking about.
Hey, move them things around and let them clap.
Really? What else thing?
Let us hear something.
Okay, so that sounds sexist to me.
Yeah, well, I'm a masculinist. Here's another thing. I'm not a feminist. I'm not I'm a masculinist. I believe in men. I'm gonna be a man.
Oh my God. Let's go to some comments right quick. Oh my God. We are like 20 minutes over time.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Barney says, I don't know about most women. I know what I bring to the table on conversation.
Exactly.
And you know what? I have to say this. I do have to say this about a lot of the women that I and Yvonne know, very intelligent women, very highly intelligent women. And they can talk to you about anything from A to Z. So I'm with you, Bonnie. I'm with you.
But I'll be honest, though, you have to also take your age bracket out of the equation, because you guys have already experienced life. So, of course, you understand how things work now. When I talk about it, I talk between the ages of like 28, 29, all the way to mid-40s. Those are usually the women that are still struggling.
Right. So would it surprise you if I said most of the women that I know that I've been knowing for 40 some years, would it surprise you if I said that a lot of these women have been this way since the age of maybe 25, 26?
Nope. That wouldn't be surprising at all.
It would be surprising for me, but then I would also say that you don't know their life within their relationship side. You know their friendship side, the way they converse, the way they carry themselves, but it's different when it's with their man.
When the man, right.
So that's why I would say you might not see that part of it.
Not that part.
But here's the thing, and again, I think I represent where Chris, takes off, where I represent the middle passage, where again, between that 45 to 65. And what happens in that, I think there's a moment that's an epiphany moment for ladies where they realize, hold on a second, all of these walls that I've built, all of these things that keep me from letting myself out, all of a sudden, I don't know what it is. Maybe you just let it go.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're experiencing something in your 40s and 50s and 60s that's about the idea of saying, you know what, look, I don't need any more pretense. Just screw that shit. I just want it out.
Yep.
And that's a person that they may seem the same to you as they were in their 20s, but when they get to their mid 50s, for me as a guy that's meeting them, they've realized what real life is about, and it feels better.
Because I'll tell you, what you said would hold weight if you told me they were married from that time and still are married. If
Well,
they've been
someone-
single and bouncing in
No.
and out,
Let me tell you, Chris, this is where you and I would probably diverge, because here's the deal. At least for me as a man, if a woman's ever committed to a child or a man before they hit their middle passages, they become much more down to earth. They stop with these lofty, crazy things. They realize that, you know what, wait a second. I know what real work is about in keeping a human being happy.
I
It
agree.
makes a difference.
You have a responsibility. Let's see what SETI says. Teacher's pet.
Uh-oh.
A woman that doesn't stimulate your mind, huh, Grant?
Exactly, Sadie. That's right. And we'll let you. That's right, Sadie. And we'll let you play kickball when we go out in the field. You can play with.
Let's see. Commenting on Grant's comment that he won't commit to a dud.
A dud. No duds.
Oh my
I can't
God.
do
We
it.
are way
Nope.
over time. We got to do this again. I enjoyed you, Mr. Grant.
Yes.
Oh, well, you just need another loudmouth on here. That's what it is. You just need
Nah, you're not allowed now. Hey, you speak the truth. You say what you
Hey.
feel. And like I said, when it's true, you can't help but love it.
Yep. And I missed you guys for this last year or so. So God bless you.
I know. You been okay?
Yeah, I've been good. You know, my mother, she's be turning 89 this year, so I am her primary caretaker. Yeah. Yeah, she is an East Texas girl, so last year I had to take her gun from her because she was acting so silly. But she's had her physical, her medical challenges, so you know that's what it's all about, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my mom just turned 88 in January.
Aren't they interesting? She called me at 2 a.m. to tell me that Barnaby Jones was on. And then I said, Mom, I gotta go back to sleep. And then when I called her at 10 a.m, she says, why are you calling me so early?
Hey, but you know what's funny is the transition. Because
Yeah.
somewhere within the 70s, they still getting up at 5, 6, 7 in the morning. And then when they get into their 80s, now they not getting up till 10, 11.
Well,
like my mom.
Yeah.
Staying up watching church and infomercials all night.
There you go. She called me. Hey, did I send money to that Mr. Benny Hinn last year? No, don't send it to Mr. Hinn. No.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
Yeah.
Well, God bless her. God bless her.
That's
Oh,
sweetie. That's my sweetie.
Yes. All right. I got one more comment, 2 more comments, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull the plug, y'all. Mr. Alan Strother, or I should say author Alan Strother. He said, remember this. Most people come out of a bad relationship with demands on what they want or won't tolerate. The problem is most people fail to revisit themselves to see what they need to fix first.
So true. So true.
I'll leave that one to you, Chris. That's all yours, Chris.
And I'll tell you, you know what was interesting when I was going through my divorce, I was talking so much mess and like, she didn't do this, right? And my dad said, let me tell you something. If you're going to talk about her, why don't you fix yourself first before you start worrying about other people? And it was so true because here I'm up here bad-mouthing talking to her like my shit was perfect. And when he said that, it helped me to start understanding my flaws, my faults, and I started working on it. And you know what? It made me less bitter towards her.
Right. Great
And
lesson.
you know what? It's made me pick better in this middle passage. And like I said, I can't complain about the people I've dated because the reality is that, you know, they're still cool people, even if we can't see each other anymore.
Right.
So it's maturity, man. It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
It's all a lesson. It's all a lesson.
As soon as we get out of the principal's office.
So your next assignment, Mr. Wilson or Mr. Grant? I'm sorry, I'm looking at Chris Wilson's comment too.
Homework?
Yes, homework. So your next assignment, and this goes to Mr. Wilson, Mr. Grant, Mr. Hampton, Seti Hamp, and author Alan Strother, is to come back next week as we're going to have another exciting show. And we're going to be talking about some issues, and I'm going to be putting the guys on the hot seat. You guys are going to come on camera with us. Okay? Chris, you going to be there?
Y'all starting at 7?
7.
I understand. I'm coaching the team. We don't get done till 6:30. But what I can do is once I get done, y'all just gonna have me on the road. So it might look a little dark on my phone, but I can be on. Y'all hear my voice and everything.
Whatever it takes.
Sounds good.
Whatever it takes. All right, everybody. It's been great. It has been truly true. See, he knows how to follow directions. Mr. Wilson says he'll be there.
Nice. Now time out. Chris Wilson is the one that said he knew you, right? He knew your pads. I remember Chris Wilson now. Did we ever get to the bottom of that?
You know what?
You ain't getting it tonight.
No.
Hey, Chris, I look forward to talking to you next week. I was waiting to hear about this. Grant, if you don't know, we did a show maybe 2 or 3, 4 weeks ago, and my man came on the show, Chris Wilson, and was like, yeah, Tony, I remember you. I remember how we used to do. You don't remember what we used to do? He had a lot of little signals here. Hey,
He put you on blast?
The conversation had Tony like, I don't remember you. He said, I remember you.
Oh man, that's a violation of the man code. He did that?
No, I don't know. The topic of the conversation wasn't.
It don't matter.
It wasn't put out there.
You don't just come up and say, "Hey, wait a second, hey, Tony, you know what we used to do. You don't just do that."
All I remember is that Tony was blushing. She was acting confused the whole night. I think they got their truth afterwards. So I look forward to talking to Chris Wilson.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Chris Smith.
Yes.
You talk too much.
Yeah, you do.
Go on, Chris.
Hey, funny thing is,
Represent, brother.
Chris busted me out. He busted me out on this show.
Let me ask you a question, Yvonne. Miss Yvonne Baker.
What is that?
Do you think that was the first time you told me that? You might have told me that the first time you met me 10 or 12 times in that first show. I want to thank you for reminding me. Without you, I sure would have forgot.
But I love you.
You know I love you too, girl.
Oh, and see, Jacqueline, I can't wait for this. Yeah, see, Jacqueline, you letting them talk you into something that ain't gonna be right. Okay.
Jacqueline remember too.
Whatever. You just busted me out. Why?
That's a violation. Straight violation.
That is. Well,
Hey, Grant don't want no part of it.
No, I don't want no part of that.
I'm gonna take all your portion. Don't worry.
You're the man. I appreciate you, brother. I'm too old to be taking that one down. No.
Oh, wow. Wow.
What?
Yeah, right. Oh, snap.
Hey, funny thing is I kept hearing Chris Wilson. I was like, damn, that name sounds familiar.
But you should have kept it to yourself. You should have kept it to yourself.
My bad. Not really.
All right. That's all right.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start to get out of here, everybody. It has been great. We had a lot of fun.
It's been fun.
I don't think we've ever gone into overtime 30 minutes, 31 minutes.
Well, we started 1 minute late, so 30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes. But it has been absolutely fun.
Yeah.
I am so appreciative to everyone who has tuned in tonight, who continues to support what we do here under the Hot Topics Talk Radio Network. So I do invite you to come on back every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, Chris. 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific.
Oh, what was the homework? What was the homework?
Just be here.
Hey, Grant, don't act black.
Oh, okay.
Grant, don't act black. You're supposed to know what your homework is.
You're
supposed to
what was
listen
the
to
homework again?
back next week, Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 9 Central, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Always right here on Facebook. Don't forget to visit us on our website at hottopicstalkradio.com, as well as following us on Facebook under Hot Topics Talk Radio. Make sure that you come on back here tomorrow night for Truth Brothers TV with Devon Patrick and Mr. Ray Gage. They got a great show lined up for you tomorrow night. It's titled The 50-50. So that should be interesting. So come on back for Truth Brothers TV. Tomorrow night, the show begins at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 9 Central, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Thanks for joining in, everybody. We really appreciate you. We love you. Thank you, Mr. Grant, Mr. Wilson, Alan, Seti, everybody.
Everybody.
Night, everybody. Have a good one now.
Good night, ladies. All right, Grant.
All right, we out of here.